Now, this artifact was recovered in 2010 from Flamingo Bay. It's a base of a Clovis spear point, which is an early Paleo-Indian artifact. It represents one of the earliest recognized Native American cultures in North America. And it was made at a time, roughly 13,000 years ago, when we know that extinct animals such as mastodon and mammoth roamed North America. The Clovis point was found from a Carolina bay. Carolina bays are these natural-oriented ponds that occur in the coastal plain from roughly northern Florida to New Jersey. Because they held water, they were common areas where Native Americans would occupy prehistorically, both to access fish and other wetland resources. The orientation of Carolina bays is thought to be driven by prevailing glacial winds, which basically scour out depressions and create these elliptical shapes that we recognize as Carolina bays. That produces the nice elevated sand rims as sand dunes, and many of these sites that we work on are known to have numerous archaeological materials from as recent as the Mississippian period, 1,500 years ago to 13,000 years ago. This particular point is made out of a material called vitric tuff, which is a volcanic stone and is not known to occur in South Carolina. So one of the things that we did back in 2010 is we actually took several small flakes removed from the edge of the tool and submitted that for geochemistry. And that allowed us to recognize that this material most closely resembles similar stone found in central North Carolina. And that really tells us something about not only the type of stone that was preferred by these early Paleo-Indians, but how the distances in terms of transport and how far these people may have been walking. One of the other things we did was micro-wear analysis or use wear analysis, and actually looked at the edges of the tool to determine how it was used. It would have been hafted and used as a stone knife or a spear. But the micro-wear evidence shows us that this tool was probably intentionally snapped after it was exhausted for its use as a spear point. And we have evidence along the edge here for micro traces indicating use on animal skins or animal hides. Another thing that we did was blood residue analysis. We didn't find any blood residue on this particular point, but we've done similar types of blood residue on other Paleo-Indian artifacts, and one of the things that's quite common is bison. Bison are no longer around in the southeast today, but based on the blood residue results, was quite common during the Paleo-Indian period and were heavily targeted. One of the things we haven't found yet is any evidence of other extinct megafauna. The sort of classic notion of Clovis people hunting mastodon or mammoth. We have yet to find any evidence of that on the spear points, although it may yet be there once we do enough testing. Yeah, stone tools like this are pretty much a window into the past, into South Carolina. Not only for how people, the earliest Native Americans lived, but also the types of climate and the animals that they would have been utilizing at that time.